Wonderfully Made family. I am on my way home. I just got off of work. Boy, I tell you, the mental drain that comes with doing these type of jobs is real. Like, I am totally exhausted just from thinking about talking to the people. The one thing about sales is always different in each field. You know, it's different. Renting cars is different from selling cars, and selling cars is totally different from selling life insurance, and they all have their nuances, which is crazy. And if you learn how to sell one way with one company, you have to erase all that you've known and figure out something else. And renting cars is all about upgrading the cars, all about asking them, do they want prepaid fuel, or do they need a bridge toll pass, those type of things, or do they need insurance? And of course, everybody never needs nothing. And so when you're trying to upsell to people or give them what you know that they need, for example, on tonight, I was trying to do this upgrade for one of the people. Well, all they're thinking about is their budget, which is fine. I have no problem with that. You can think about your budget all night long. That is your choice. You do what you do. But what ultimately had to happen was I had to let them go out there and sit in this small SUV to figure out that wasn't going to work for them. When in the beginning, I had already told them, hey, listen, this is what it is. And essentially they decided, it wasn't what it was. But they soon found out when they went inside and sat in this small SUV. And so, long story short, they wind up having to upgrade to another car. But what I've learned through all of this process, people are really tight about their money. And people are so in this place of being combative, in the sense of they think you're trying to take something from them, which you're not. You're actually trying to offer them a service, and you're saying, hey, I noticed you got 4 people. Hey, I noticed you got all this extra luggage. And they're not going to be able to fit it in a 4-door sedan. Especially if the men are bulky and, burly or whatever, or you just have a lot of luggage. And it's really hard to transition. I think it's been hard on me to transition, to try to convince people that the service that you have is what they need. And a lot of people want to do all the lying and all the things and all of that. I don't like to manipulate anybody. My thing is, you either need it or you don't. You either want it or you don't. I'm not here to convince you, but I will tell you why you do need it. I will tell you what the feature is. And then the other aspect of everything is that you got to know the cars. You got to know how many gallons to the miles and all the things. And all of this stuff you got to learn in a matter of a certain amount of time. And the crazy part is, nowadays, they're not really training like they used to. It's like, throw you in the deep water, you either sink or swim. And that's what's going on. And that's why I think a lot of people don't really want to be bothered with the work industry, because it has changed so much to the point I don't even recognize it. I don't even recognize what customer service is right about now. And when I get customer service, or good customer service at that, I am surprised that I'm getting it, because people are more, I'm going to say not more, but less empathetic. They don't care. They don't want to hear about anything. They don't want to hear about your story. They're like, okay, just hurry up and tell me what's going on so I can just get you off the phone. And that is what customer service is nowadays. And I was thinking about this on the way home. Like, I'm outside, y'all. It's like midnight. And I'm thinking about all of this thing that's going on inside the work industry. It's like whatever the workforce used to be, it is no longer. That's why a lot of people are retiring. You find doctors are retiring because they don't want to gaslight the people. It seems like that sales is right now not only just sales, but it just appears like everything is about gaslighting. I'm not a gaslighter. I'm not a liar. I don't like liars. I don't like the insinuation of lies. I don't like being pretentious. I don't like any of those things. I feel like if you can't show up authentically, what's the point of showing up at all? Now, I do know that there are times where you have to do what you need to do to sell the product because it is required of you. But at the same time, I'm not going to lie to you and pretend like you need something that you don't. And then I'm not going to force you into something that you don't need. And that's what I feel like nowadays. Everybody's like, oh, just, tell them a lie. They don't need it. And I'm finding that a lot of people are coming back complaining about people forcing things on contracts and doing all the things. I want to know what you guys feel about how customer service is going. How do you feel like your job is going? Do you think that the industry is the same, or is it not the same? Is customer service the same? Or is it a bunch of gaslighters now? Whether it's PG&E, whether it's, you working for the phone company, or even the garbage collector, whoever it is, do you find that things are the same? And do you understand why people are leaving the work industry and starting to work for themselves? I am curious as to know, those of you that are still working, or maybe you're looking for a job or whatever, or maybe you might be retired, maybe you're recently retired or something like that. What was your main reason for retiring? Or what was your main reason for stop looking for jobs? Tell me. I would love to know that. I'm just stopping by, just talking about some things that was on my mind as I was coming home. Like, this is not making sense to me. And I think that I am still trying to live in a world that doesn't exist. I'm looking for people that have integrity. I'm looking for people that are looking out for the customer, but that doesn't seem like what's going on nowadays. It's all about metrics. It's all about, numbers and all of that. And don't get me wrong, I don't got a problem with numbers, because I do numbers and I do things as far as my jewelry is concerned, and when I'm selling things. But I also have to take in consideration that people aren't numbers. They're people. And how I sell, with the jewelry is different. And I guess people feel like they have to be pushy. I don't know. You guys let me know that. Let me know what your thought is about the type of salesman or salesperson that you've run into. What is off-putting about it? What do you think should change within it? I mean, is the day where you have integrity and you sell something with honesty involved, it's not a thing? Is it not a thing anymore? What do you want people to lie to you, or do you want them to tell you the truth? Which would you prefer? I'm just asking because I really genuinely want to know, because I feel like the workplace that I'm working in now, it is an unidentified culture. And I think it's about a culture now. It's about a language. And I have realized, y'all, I don't speak the language of these individuals. And neither do they speak my language. So it's like they're talking Japanese and I'm talking Spanish. We have nothing in common. That's just the way it is. So I just wanted to stop by to talk about that for a minute. Some of the things I'm dealing with on the job. and just in the whole job market industry. I was hearing people talk about how people aren't even responding nowadays. People are filling out applications and they're not even responding anymore. Those of you that are looking for a job, how long have you been out of a job? How long have you been looking for a job? And what have you noticed in the job market that you don't like or that you don't even recognize? And why do you think that is? Why do you think that the culture of the work environment has changed? And what do you do about it? How do you bring your level of integrity into the job? How do you bring who you are in there and not compromise to what they're saying? Because regardless, I'm not going to compromise. I'm not going to lie to the people. I'm just not going to do that. But I will pray that God sends the people in that need my service. And I think that's how it is. But anyway, maybe I'm just set in my ways, possibly. Maybe I'm old-fashioned about it. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Anyway, I'm out.
Don't worry about me, I'ma be alright.